The power of no. Many times we find ourselves saying yes when we wish we could say no. Let's examine why we find this little word so hard to say and learn to embrace the power of no. For many of us, saying no to a request that disrupts our plans, no matter what the circumstances, is often tough. We find ourselves saying yes sometimes automatically, even though deep down inside all we want to do is say no. You may have grown up feeling as if it's rude, selfish, or inconsiderate to withhold support from someone who is asking for your help. You may have been brought up to believe that maintaining good relationships, friendships, family, or being a good professional at work comes from you being a good person or someone who puts the needs of others first. That being generous with your time is really what good people do. Like you, many other people automatically say yes without even thinking about the expense and the cost that it costs you, your time, your energy, your peace of mind. Many times we're afraid of saying no, as it might come across unpleasant, rude, or shock people when we're often used to people pleasing and putting other people's needs first, making other people smile, sometimes at the expense of our own fatigue, emotions, conveniences. There are many reasons why we get stuck in patterns of people pleasing, where we say yes when we really wish we could say no. Sometimes you just want to be seen as nice, generous, and kind. Or you want to be seen as hardworking, a good team player, a dedicated professional. Or you don't want to offend friends or appear selfish or uncaring. Like most people, you may say yes because you want to be liked and maintain good relationships. However, do you ever recognize that sometimes you're not being nice, generous, and kind to yourself? And that sometimes you are saying yes, and you're doing so at your own expense, a cost of energy, peace of mind, convenience. There's a high cost to sometimes saying yes, as many times we need to recognize, don't give from your well, give from your overflow. Help others when you have the abundance in resources within yourself, whether that's a peace of mind, energy, convenience, time, love in your heart, rest. But many times we're not saying yes with those things in mind. We're saying yes from a place of negativity, obligation, responsibility, or just not wanting to look poorly in people's eyes. There's a high cost for saying yes when you would have rather said no. It's important for you to look at your downtime, your energy level, your fatigue, your physical and emotional health. Taking care of others at your expense comes with a great cost. And with time and energy over time, there's an accumulated fatigue that will affect you in ways where you can become resentful, angry, mean to yourself and mean to others. Oftentimes, not being authentic also hurts relationships and the quality of our relationships with people, as sometimes we can avoid people feeling overburdened or feel as if we're imposing on others, or we start being mean to ourselves, isolating ourselves, withdrawing, or becoming overburdened to a point where we get sick. It is important that we do not let ourselves down by putting other people's needs first. You need to put you in the equation of your life. There's nothing wrong with that. Many times there's a phrase out there of treating your body like a temple because there's a divine energy in you that you need to see as sacred. You need to take those reserves of energy and be kind to your divine energy within. Allow yourself to realize that if I don't put me first, I'm not doing myself justice. I'm not being kind, generous, and authentic to me, which means anything outside of me will have that same vibration and same energy. Plus, we need to recognize that sometimes when we say yes to people, when deep down inside we want to say no, we deny people the opportunity to learn to be more resourceful, step up, stop enabling them. Many times people figure out another way to do things when you say no. You have to trust that things work out for people when you're not there for them. And if they can't find somebody else to help, maybe they will learn to step up, learn a new skill set, and be able to rely on themselves instead of feeling the need to have help. Many reasons why we don't say no and we don't have the courage to say no is because sometimes people feel as if they feel guilty by saying no. Here's what guilt's really about. Guilt is plain and simple a signal. It's just a signal between what you want and what somebody else wants from you. So again, if I want something and nobody argues with me, guilt doesn't arise. It's all good. But when I want something and somebody else steps up asking me to do something different, ding, 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 guilt shows up in the middle as a signal that, hey, Monica, there's a conflict between what you want and what somebody wants from you. It is important for you to recognize that guilt is just a signal that gives you a choice. Do I want to put myself first and put self-care in place? Or do I want to put my needs aside and take care of somebody else's needs and requests? Some days you might have the abundance of energy to compromise and put somebody else's needs first. But many times, I'm going to challenge you to say, many times when guilt shows up, it's about you learning how to put yourself first and take care of your needs. As the happier you are a better person to all the relationships around you. The power of no is about you learning to reframe feelings of guilt that come up and realize that when somebody asks you for something, if it doesn't come from a genuine yes, you do yourself more disadvantage by feeling depleted and diminished and starting to feel bad about yourself for letting yourself down. Saying no to a request is not bad. It's called self-care and self-love. Many times you can negotiate or learn how to have an authentic relationship by discussing with mutual respect why you're saying no or what you need to take care of in yourself in order to be able to step up for others. Incorporate the power of saying no in your relationships. Let's take a mindful moment right now to really focus on what I've been speaking about. Let's look at how saying no allows you to put self-care and self-love first. Allow yourself to remember that you are allowed to be first in your life, and you're allowed to carve out time for rest and relaxation when you need it, and that you need to provide yourself with protection of your finite resources within, of your energy and your time. Take a moment now to recognize that sometimes by you saying yes, you enable others from learning a skill set or to step up and to see their own capabilities. Let's stop enabling others and learn to take care of ourselves. When you feel like saying no, that small world comes with a lot of power. That small word of no oftentimes allows you to know that you matter in the equation of your life and sets healthy boundaries for you to be able to love authentically and be real to each and every person around you. Let's take a mindful moment and meditate for a moment on saying no and where that falls in your life. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Another deep breath in and breathe out. Allow yourself to sit and breathe in this silence, reflecting on incorporating the power of no in your relationships and seeing it as an important skill of self-love and self-care. If your mind gently wanders away, welcome it gently back to your breath and continue reflecting on knowing when to say no and seeing yourself as mattering in the equation of your life. As I welcome you back, reflect on knowing when to say no and realizing that you need to add you into the equation of your life. Don't give from your well, give from your overflow. Say yes when you have overflow of resources, energy, kindness, positivity, and peace of mind. Check in with yourself when you're feeling run down or depleted. Carve out extra time to rest and relax. Protect yourself and your finite resources of your energy and your time. Align yourself with the way that you wish to spend your time. And don't feel guilty for living your life on your terms, as after all, it is your life, your adventure, your series of experiences. There's no rule book. Life is just a series of experiences. Align yourself with the experiences that you wish to have and how you wish to spend your time. Set healthy boundaries for yourself and others. This teaches people who rely on you of becoming more self-sufficient and recognizing that they once in a while have to look at, people get tired too. Stand up for yourself and your plans. Even if you plan to do nothing, doing nothing is doing something. Life is just a series of experiences. Stop judging your rest as not being productive or useful. Your rest is what allows your resources to give you abundance of energy to take care of yourself better and others. Get comfortable with your feelings of guilt, as guilt is just a signal allowing you an opportunity to put yourself first in the equation of your life. Everything is a problem solution, problem solution, problem solution. When guilt shows up, just solve the problem. Where is my best interests? What is in my highest and best? What allows me to put my rest, rejuvenation, mental and physical health first? As you can't take care of people effectively if you can't take care of yourself.